Post 51, which is post 47 in the Larry Leaks archive. Hi! Heidi / Infinitely Mint saying hi, obviously. Just, okay. So now knowing who is involved in this group chat, or at least, like, to some extent, because obviously I don't know everybody because people deleted and left before, you know, in the 2.5 years since it was started. But Infinitely Mint is a very popular fan fiction writer in the fandom. I can't remember off the top of my head what she's written, but it was very interesting to me to see not only her, but also Zara5, who's written probably 5 out of the 10 most accessed fan fiction stories on AO3. But it was interesting to see them in this speculating. And people say that, oh, leave the fan fiction authors alone. It doesn't matter if they really believe it's not. They know they're writing fiction. Bullshit. Here they are, engaging in this speculation and this attempt to control dialogue in fandom. But so here's Infinitely Mint. I've been trying to keep track of your posts, but have sort of admitted defeat. Exam is keeping me hostage. Whatever you do, do not suddenly decide to study drama. It sucks until Friday, so I don't have much to say or offer unless you'd like to know about interactive theater and process drama, in which case hit me up. Anyway, just wanted to say hi, and also yes, Party Boy Louie is bleh. And here's to not giving anons with kissing rumors the time of day, and also sigh and yikes, a potential / probably Vegas stunt. Retreats back into fandom bubble. Or, I'm sorry, exam bubble, where she should have been this whole time. Post 52, corresponding to 48 in Larry Leaks archive. Hello, I'm Jess, and this is Pretty Truths and Lies. I just wanted to drop in quickly and say that I think it's a great idea to have happy master posts / happy material in general ready in the event that something does happen in Vegas. It's going to be a major blow to the fandom, like kicking a dog that's already down. But keeping with the positivity / keeping the morale up is important. Yeah, this was her only post. But I think she's still in the group. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, she generally keeps a pretty, like, positive spin on it until it comes to, like, harassing people who don't believe in Larry. Post 53, corresponding to 49 at Larry Leaks archive. Hi, and this is my first redaction. This is redaction number 1. I'm thinking the biggest, so that means this is an ex-Larry. I'm thinking the biggest stunt night in Vegas might actually be the night before the awards. It's Saturday night, all the tabs would be talking about Louis / 1D leading up to the awards, then the after party could be a continuation of the story. Personally, I plan to have a lot of cute Louis and Harry pics ready to go to post in place of any clubbing Louis with girls pics. I have no interest in having them on my blog. I don't care how cute Louis looks in them. I'm done with that whole storyline. Like, this isn't someone's actual life. Now, if they pull their heads out of their butts, finally catch a clue, and figure out the best way to promote this group is to promote this group, I will wallpaper my dash in those pics. And just reiteration, this idea that instead of posting about these things that, you know, contradict their story that they've created, their fan fiction they've created, they instead have all of this cute stuff ready to go. So anytime you see Larry's just like reblogging fetus Larry shit or writing cute headcanons, they say, about Larry Stylinson, this is why they're doing that. Something is out there that they know about and they've decided they're not going to post about because it directly contradicts what they believe. Post 54, corresponding to 50 in the Larry Leaks archive. Hi, C/cost here, and this is Nora Deserved Better. This was their only post, at least that was left there. Just like Heidi, I'm caught up with exams and uni stuff, so these days I'm not really here, and thank God at that, because it's personally stressing me out a lot, but, well. Also, I think Nora Deserved Better might be an ex-Larry. They said they left fandom and had made a comment, and I wrote about this on Larry Leaks, but made a comment about how the Larrys in 2017 are the same as the Larrys in 2015, and they just want to control discussion, blah, blah, blah. I've already made sort of a rule for my blog, and I don't post het rumors, but I reblog posts calling out shitty behavior in vaguely terms. Heteronormativity, misogyny, things like that. I don't know if it's okay for the purpose we have, but sometimes I can't really avert my eyes. or pap shots. I've posted fan pics of clubbing Louis, but I might set up a password-protected side blog for everything regarding that. Just like Alex said. Might be a hassle, but better than trying to find private posts via Grease Monkey. My PC will cry. Anyway, I definitely agree with us getting more fandom-y and more on the shipping side of things, with fic recs and fan arts and everything else that might be useful. That's something that's often lost within RPF, and in particular with the Larry side, and being also a Xyle shipper in a corner of the fandom that's almost like the non-RPF ones made me realize we need that a lot. And nothing, just wanted to say hi to everyone, and this blog is an amazing idea. I really needed that. Super interesting. I definitely agree with us getting more fandom-y and more on the shipping side of things. I don't think I remember anybody actually saying that until this person. And saying that being a Xyle shipper in a corner of the fandom that's almost like the non-RPF ones. So in a corner of the fandom where they don't think that the relationship is real. So like non-RPF would be non-real person fiction. So just a TV show and not the actors but their characters, or a movie or a book. That's super interesting. I kind of want to, if you're listening to this, Nora Deserved Better, I'd like to chat with you, because that's an interesting thing that you wrote, and anyway, interesting. Okay, post 55, corresponding to post 51 in the Larry Leaks archive, and before I get into this one, I wanted to read to you this user's description on their very much public Tumblr. They had entered the group chat a few posts back, and then this was their first post. And this is so freaking disgusting and creepy, but I'm going to read it. I've mentioned it before, but here we go. This is Lane Fair's very much public user description. I am the love that dare not speak its name. Lord Alfred Douglas, 1892. If you aren't 18 or over, hit the back button and move on. I like pretty boys, naked, hot, H-A-W-T. Wet, pretty boys. If they're playing with other naked, hot, wet, pretty boys, I'm in ecstasy. Most of what I post will be NSFW, not safe for work. You've been warned. I'm also wild about surfing and surfer boys. Sexy British boys are taking over my life. I run a One Direction blog, am obsessed with the nether regions of a man younger than my oldest daughter. I blog porn, I write smut in multiple genres. I drink like a fish and swear like a drunk sailor on leave. Where in any of that did you ever think I would be a good influence? Hashtag bravery. Hey y'all, it's Lane. Well, for what it's worth, here's my 2 cents on what you all have been discussing, which after inflation and exchange rates might be worth about a half penny. Anons. I already have Anon off, which should be fairly obvious since you don't see shit tons of crazy ZM ass drifting from me right now. And without Anon on, I'm lucky if I see 3 to 5 asks a week now. I have gotten to the point after receiving numerous asks that were not only absolutely hate-filled, but hate-directed at my children. Maybe you shouldn't mention your children in your disgusting about, okay? Not saying that she deserved hate addressed at her children. But don't mention your children when you're mentioning porn. Anyway. That I couldn't deal with it being on anymore. Add me being added to the ZM hit list, see below. And I don't see me reopening it anytime soon either. And I believe this is going to get into kind of proving that Larry's a cult, but whatever. Girlfriends, fake relationships, womanizer stunts. I have had a non-girlfriend policy in place for a long time. Just ignore shit you don't like. I have a serious hard time equating this loved-up boy bander narrative with my past experiences with all types of bands. Shit, anybody know what fandom she was in before? Was she one of those ride-in bandom people? Girlfriends were rarely seen and never discussed. Seen but not heard. Certainly not an integral part of the band's narrative and promotion, and I do not believe in 2015 or prior to that they ever really were for One Direction, but want to see valid band members' significant other interaction? Look at Union J. JJ has a girlfriend and a son, but we rarely see Katarina, except when he posted pics on his Instagram. Same goes for Jamie's fiance, Ollie. They are not being incorporated into the band's promotional campaigns. But, okay, that didn't happen with Eleanor either. And that didn't happen with Louis partying. That isn't promo. That's not a promotional campaign. They are not mentioned in every damn article, and in fact are only referenced when they make event, and even these are few and far between. When they started the Party Harry narrative during TMH, I extended my policy to include all of the Harry stunting. Which, what is that? Harry, like, hanging out with the clique? With Nick Grimshaw? I can see why that would be upsetting to you. Matter of fact, if you take a peek back in my tags, reblogs of Harry and Zayn, despite being half of both the couples I support, are in relative short supply due to my unwillingness to feed into the bullshit narratives. I've also extended it to include this latest round of bullshit with Louis. HQ by himself, even clubbing, give it to me. Random blondes crawling all over him whilst he has a clenched fist to reduce physical contact. Nah, son. Not gonna happen. So shutting down party boy / womanizer Louis is not a hardship for me. OT3. Honestly, at this point, I've just come to accept that unless something major happens on the management coming out front, OT4 is going to be in limited short supply. However, I am definitely all over the OT4 and will reblog the hell out of it. The biggest thing I have struggled with in this area is A, lack of OT4 to date, and B, my absolute anger at Zayn, thus limiting even my OT5 reblogs. Management change / Azovs. This is one area where I have never ever been silent on. Azovs. Discussing the inner workings / BTS of the music industry is just something I've engaged in pretty much from the start of my descent into the madness that is this fandom. Finally, Vegas. I absolutely 100% believe that something is going to happen in Vegas. There is no way that this golden opportunity is going to be wasted. Did anything happen in Vegas? Can anybody, like, let me know? Like, seriously, I'm asking the people watching this video or listening to this video, did something happen in Vegas? Or is this all just like... I don't think anything happened in Vegas. Anyway, there is no way that this golden opportunity is going to be wasted. What we need to be speculating on, though, is not only what management / Sony is going to attempt, but also what the Aesop team will do with it, too. We know how that turned out. Every time there is something major that pushes one side of the narrative, there has been another pushback from the other side. As for Alex's comments on the fandom rift, at this point, I don't know if there's a way to heal it, so long as the blogs that are driving a large portion of this division continue to be the vocal front of it. While I fully recognize that there are packets of racism, Islamophobia, homophobia, and misogyny within the fandom, fucking the whole thing is homophobic and misogynistic, that's for sure. These blogs have determined that these societal ills are the root of absolutely anything that they don't agree with. It destroys discourse and shuts down any type of effective conversation when they reply to everything with derision, scorn, and unfounded accusations. And just to clarify, despite being one of the more vocal ZM supporters in the past, my unwillingness to proclaim all of this fuckery surrounding Zayn as a stunt has also added me to their hit list. Hit list.